Welcome to the Groomsmen. My name is Adam, and we've had a lot of subscribers lately. Some of y'all might remember me. Some of you new ones probably have no idea who the hell I am, but my greatest contribution to the Groomsmen channel is the name. So, anyways, I should have checked into a hotel room about half an hour ago at the time of this making, but I have not. I am on location. This is the upstairs, the middle, we call it the middle bathroom. It's the half bath. My family's downstairs watching a movie, and we'll talk more in a minute, but name of the game today is the Travel Shave from home. My constraints that I give myself, everything I use has to fit in this bag. Now, granted, I just brought it from the downstairs bathroom to the upstairs bathroom here, or the middle, but the reason I moved locations, other than that my family is watching movies and I don't want my video to get taken down by YouTube, is because I won't be tempted to use anything that isn't a part of this. So let's just get going on. What do I have in here? Well, we got my Timeless Razors Travel Bowl. Sterling, one of their most popular scents, their Executive Man, which is their dupe of Aventus. I'm not a big Aventus fan, I'm not a big Creed fan in general, but I have it. And I have the matching aftershave right in here, along with some Barbado that I couldn't live without, and what I'm about 95% sure is either a sample of my own or for someone else of Taylorville Bond Street's German Street, but we're not using that today. I have my pre-shave oil, which I'm gonna get on right now, which is the Van Yule. This is in their travel size. I've been kind of trying to only use it on travel, but I keep not traveling. So, get that on. Try to get a couple of things going real quick. What else do we got here? The brush today. In fact, I'm gonna let this run because this water in this bathroom takes forever to heat up actually, so pardon that. Probably should have done that before I started, but here we are. This is the travel size. This is one with the rose petal, but I don't care. Got a little travel towel here. This is what's wet in here? Just water. I hope. What leaked? One of you frickers leak. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Fortunately, this brush waterproof, but this is a little badger brush my friend Parker gave me eons ago. I'm gonna use this today just because I don't really have a travel brush, and it's, I don't even know the name of the brand. It doesn't have its own brand in there. It's a little warped from not being used, but I'm gonna soak it off camera in a minute. My good luck charm, which is my Nick stick that I've had for I don't know how many years now. I've never had to use it, but I always bring it just in case because I figure the one time I don't bring it. My goodness, I'll just do that off camera in a minute. That's so obnoxious. And then I have my Spearhead Shaving Co. This is their version of a mock or of a Gillette khaki set case. Lots of people make now. I know Maggards makes their own and everything now. I don't know if the Razor Company does. I think West Coast Shaving does. I'm trying to make this part quick for you guys. But I got my Henson aluminum plus. That's the aggressive one in here. It's what I consider to be one of the best travel razors you can have as long as you like Henson for various reasons. One, does stand up on its own on a flat surface, unlike my palm. There you go. So you don't need to worry about having a stand for it. And then I like to have a travel case set of blades. I like ones that come with a lot. These are actually Viking swords. I got these from the Razor Company last year when I picked up my Henson, and they come in a 10-pack, which I like for these. I don't want to waste any of my good blades that come in 5-packs. So I'm gonna put one of those in the Henson. So that's that part. I'll be right back once everything's ready to go, and we'll talk more about where I've been. Well, since I need to let this soak for a minute, I've got the Timeless bowl. I'm using that as my soaking thing right now too. This little badger's blooming quickly. Speaking of blooming, Fia's gonna yell at me, but I decided to bloom my soap. Now this is one of the original Sterling purchases I made. It's the only one I have left. I did have the Sandpiper for a long time. I do regret getting rid of that one. I think I threw it in with someone I was getting set up and shaving. I really miss that, so I'm gonna pick up some Sandpiper, probably a full size this fall. It's based on Lanowita Ohms or by YSL. So good stuff. I don't love Aventus. Anything I have ever had that was Aventus, I've never actually purchased a fragrance. For how much actual Creed Aventus costs, you can almost probably afford to buy some amount of each of the dupes that are out there for it. It's just so pricey and its performance isn't good, and I just kind of find it overrated. So, but this does smell, it does smell like Aventus. The Aventus DNA. And yep, what else can we talk about here real quick while we're doing it? I am going to tub load. I do prefer tub loading Sterling soaps. Obviously this is metal, so maybe some of you are saying that's kind of a dumb thing to do. I do think going forward when I buy any samples from Sterling, I'll probably get the green container. The last time I bought from them, I bought a set that was discounted, which was an ombre leather dupe. I think it's Aurora Valley. It's a good one. It does smell like ombre leather. It's too warm right now to use it, or else I might have brought that. Maybe if I actually do a travel shave in the fall. And then I bought the sheep tallow one, the whatever, I can't remember what it's called right now. Oh, Scott's Pine. Scott Pine sheep, whatever, Scott's Pine sheep. I got a green container for that. It's a little bit bigger than these tins. These tins do, I feel like, accommodate the actual size of the sampleplex better, but it's more authentic with Sterling than to do that. How are we doing in here? We're getting there, I think. Let's talk about the Henson real quick. Again, I love this. I already loaded the blade in there. I know it looks blue on camera and it looks a little blue in person, but this is their aggressive gray. To date, this is still the only color they've done their re-release of the plus in the current version of the razor, which has got those corners, as you can see, out of the way there. And I think they did something more. I don't know. If you've watched our channel before, you're no stranger to this. Normally, I run it with a Schick DE. I call it the JD Special because I got really into those. He was really into those blades when I got into this razor. It's the only aluminum razor that I've owned that I've kept. I think this is the best version of it. It's the weight and everything with it too. The one thing about Henson is normally they come with arcade blades. They're fine. I think they have narrower blade gaps specifically designed for a razor like this. I think I see that the Mag-T pushes those arcade blades as well. So I don't know. I think it's fine with these though. So there's no blade plate. You do want to make sure that it's nice and snug. Obviously, you never want to overturn a razor that's just begging for trouble. So, all right, I think we're good. I'm going to get this whipped up and I'll be back when it's time to do the actual shave. All right, let's put some of this on my face here. So yeah, so first of all, I didn't end up going to the Magrids meetup, and I filmed a video ahead of that, and I talked about why. And then every time I went to edit it, because it was long, I was just like, I don't want to do this. And eventually, after like 2 or 3 weeks, just deleted it. So there's stuff going on. Everyone's okay. There are a lot of weird bills that showed up that ended up being taken care of, but I just couldn't justify. This is very scratchy. Couldn't justify spending money on a hotel room just for myself, just so that I could go to the meetup. So Loki thought, well, maybe I'll roll out of bed, drive down there in the morning. It's only 4 or 5 hours away. You know, it starts late enough in the day. Got up, decided to mow my lawn instead. Now we're here. So like, okay, stuff's going on with work and everything. We're tidying things up. We're supposed to have graduation and stuff this week. Then go down state to Auburn Hills. Go to another thing. I was gonna go to the razor company and everything. Kid starts throwing up on Tuesday. Okay, crap. Wednesday or Tuesday night throws up Wednesday, or threw up all night Tuesday. Wednesday seemed okay. Then he threw up after 14 hours. Okay, great. Take him to the doctor on Thursday. Just a stomach bug. Okay. Goes all day, goes to bed, throws up just at the 24-hour mark. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to be stuck home all weekend with my kids. My wife's going to go down there and back, do the minimum, because she's got to represent company and everything down there at this graduation. She called her boss last night and said, I don't want to go. she's having a surgery next week and everything. So we decided we're just gonna work the kids together, make that happen. Maybe we'll try again another time. You know, maybe my dad and I'll just do a rundown to the razor company or something after she's recovered or whatever. I don't know. But we didn't get to get any closure with all the graduates for our program that I've been working with all year and everything, and that for the first time since I've been working the program, and that feels weird. But it is what it is. Kids come first, man. Seems to be doing better now, but he seems to be throwing up nightly, like right when he goes to bed, so it's the middle of the day. All right, let's get in here. Normally with the Henson, I prefer, it's not quite a daily razor for me, I think. Every other day maybe. The only razor that I don't own that I want, but I think is a great everyday razor for me is the Carvel Verlander. But this is a good razor still. Mostly because this just, even being their aggressive model, which we've talked about ad nauseum, it's easily their most efficient model. It's not aggressive. It's not, you know. I've used borrowed aggressive razors. Most aggressive razor I've used still, double ring. I did like one pass and I was like, nope. History can have you. You belong in a museum, not on my face. Oh. Another reason I love this razor though for travel, especially international travel, you can pretty much pick up whatever blades you want when you go anywhere. You know, you can find, you know, you go to Target and get those bevel blades or whatever that are probably garbage. You can get the King C. Gillette blades from most pharmacies. You know, maybe you'll get lucky and find Persona. You go international, I have no idea what it is, but I'm sure they have them places. So as long as you can get blades someplace, this thing is so lightweight compared to a lot of razors out there. It's pretty durable. You don't really have to worry about it getting rusted, stained, you know, whatever. At least not so far. It stands on its head, so you don't have to worry about laying it down or it falling off the counter. You really get louder up again. I think it's a great travel razor for lots of reasons. I'd like to actually use it whilst traveling someday. Maybe someday. I don't even know if I've ever actually been able to successfully film a travel shave that was while I was traveling, because most of the time I just feel guilty using that time when I should be spending it with my kids or helping my wife with my kids. The last time we actually traveled, I didn't even bring shave stuff, and I used all the time I would have used shaving to fish, which I don't regret. Now this trip, going to a ceremony, I would have got up and shaved tomorrow morning before going to it, and I would have brought probably this exact razor. I don't know about the scents. I go about upgrading my travel game. You know, this is fine. It's not amazing. I don't travel enough to merit having a killer travel set that just sits. You know? So it's fine. It's a nice little traveler. It's teeny. Definitely not high quality Badger, but I wouldn't want to bring like my Simpson Commodore X3 or my Chisel and Hound of the Fanchurian. You know, a lot of people pick up the Simpson Trafalgar Sims, but then I see them for sale all the time too. So this is fine for now. No, I didn't invest in this brush. It was a gift, and I appreciate it. Came with a matching bowl, but I gave that to my wife that never gets used because she just uses whatever when she shaves. She's got a leaf. I did see today, and I'm probably gonna pick her up onto the shower, that Leaf has finally put out their guarded secret of the shower holder. And I know Scott had been beta testing it, or he told us after the fact, Leaf, we had no knowledge of it, that he'd been beta testing it. So I got her the berry blue razor and matching stand, and it doesn't spend a lot of time in the stand. It spends more time just sitting in the shower in the holder, so I'll probably pick her up one of those if I do an order to someplace. I know TRC has them. I probably would have grabbed one if I was planning on going in there today. We were going to drive down, go in there today, because I probably wasn't going to get another chance to make it there with the way things are scheduled. But we'll see. Fortunately, we were able to cancel our hotel room, and we were staying for Friday, Saturday into Sunday, and we ended up only having to pay for one day, so that we're not going to use it for. So, But, my kid is devastated because we were going to go to Legoland store. Not Legoland, because that is hell for me. Oh my God. I have ADHD, and it just, stressed me out last year when we went. The aquarium, Ocean Life Aquarium they have in Auburn Hills, that's awesome. I could do that every day. There's one spot where they have, a tunnel you go through, and you can stand there, and there's just water all around you, and that was it was so nice. A lot of the screaming and everything was drowned out. But yeah. The nice thing is that all those places, Legoland included, they get it, their kids there. So they always have that one spot where there's a plaything where the parent can, take your shoes off, and they can just go in there and play, and the parent can just be can just sit for a minute and be at least they're contained. My little guy last year was all over. Let's see if we can get it. I don't want to reload, so let's see if we can get enough. I haven't tub loaded and gone to the bowl in a while. Yeah, I'll just re-rinse it. Let's get it. Let's do it right. Sterling is a very hard soap base. Can really stand up well, I feel like. It's almost made to be tub loaded. Anytime I've scooped Sterling, I've not been super thrilled about the results. It's one of the few times where I think Jonathan has it right, and using it in a flat or a perfectly round bowl instead of a ridge bowl like I'm doing right now. See if we can make up enough. Either I have been shaving, but really only once a week because of how busy I've been, and it's hard to relax and shave when you got a kid that could throw up, any second, projectile vomit all over your sectional, or so yeah, my one guaranteed trip for the year gone. So we'll see. Like I said, my dad and I might jump in the car at some point, go down. It just seems silly to go down just to go to TRC. We probably wouldn't stay the night. It'd be a down and back. But it'd be cool to go down for one night and then see the aquarium and the Lego thing. But it's kind of hard to justify it, especially since we've already eaten the one hotel room, and you just never know. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just more concerned at this point about my wife's recovery I'm not going to share the details of what kind of surgery she's having. It's nothing life-threatening. Well, no more life-threatening than any routine surgery, but it's one that can be notorious for easy for kids to recover from and kind of hard for adults. So I am worried about her because she means everything to me. So I hope that all goes well, and I don't like watching her be in pain. She's had 2 C-sections to give me my 2 beautiful children, and people always act like that's not a big deal. Like, oh, you took the easy way out. I'm like, really? Do you know what goes into a C-section? Because I've seen the aftermath. It does not look like fun to me. Guess we're going the opposite direction as usual. A little rusty at shaving and talking. Someone's not happy about something. So I do have at least one more idea for a shave plan that I've been kind of holding off on for a while, because it's... Hello, friend. Something I want to make sure that I can do without screwing it up. Wow, that thing has been shedding like crazy. So you look at this whisker, this is how you can tell how poor the quality is on the brush. And I'm not criticizing it because again, it was free, but look at that. Oh, gotta do it on camera, sorry. Yeah, it's a spindly one there. Trouble spot right now. I'll get done, it'll be smooth, and then I'll have like a bunch of whiskers tucked in right here into the chin. Didn't mean to flip you that time. I'll do it when I want to, but... So let me take care of that off camera just in case. Let's pray we don't need the Nick stick, so... The good luck charm. This is Pacific Shaving Co. Alright, so I'll be right back. So we're gonna put the Thayers on. It's the rose water. I use unscented every time. I'm a big bottle, but I just can't justify. I can never find one in person for this that isn't the rose petal stuff. I'm pretty sure it's because it's probably more used by women in makeup and stuff now. Maybe someone else there can speak to that. My wife doesn't really do a lot of makeup stuff, so I have no idea. So now let's do the Barbado. And I'll talk a little bit more because I know you want what you're really here for. And then we'll put on the matching splash, which I don't always do because normally I like to pick my own fragrance, but I don't really have anything that goes with this setup right now, like I said. Woof! Always makes me cough. I think I nailed something when it was misting onto there. Call for help. Didn't bring any water in here with me to drink. Smart. Speaking of water, there's water everywhere. They don't call it wet shaving for nothing. So when you're on that travel thing here, so try to get as much water as you can, obviously. Normally I take the lid, put this, like that, leave it like that, so that it sits for, the 24-hour period minimum. I've had this soap a long time, and I've, this one right here, and I have tub loaded it pretty much exclusively. You can see one little chunk there where I tried to scoop it and didn't like my results. Did a good job. Did a good job today getting through all this. Let this brush soak out a little bit here, the bowl. Ever since I've been using Barbado, I don't love the smell. I don't love the way it feels when you put it on. But I love the fact that I rarely get irritation anymore. You can see a couple of spots on here that are maybe wanting to go. I've been living like, the last several days. But 2 nights I slept on the couch next to him while he slept on the floor in the basement. Last night I slept in his bed with him. He's got a full-size, it's actually my old full-size bed. And yeah, I'm looking forward to sleeping in my own bed. Kind of almost a little glad. I usually sleep okay in the hotels we get. The weirdest thing about the hotel room we've had the last few years, by the way, on these, it doesn't say it on the, this is the Viking short, it doesn't say it on the blade itself, but on the packaging it says to rinse and shake, not to wipe. So I won't wipe it. It's polymer coating, I don't know. They're all different. But the weirdest thing has been the toilet and the shower have their own little tiny, almost room that's too small. And then the single vanity sink is out in the middle. So I never want to do a actual travel shave in those bathrooms because then my family's, what am I supposed to do with them? There's no way that works. That TV's got to be on if the kids are leaving me alone. And if they're not leaving me alone, this is going to be a mess up in here. So it just doesn't work. I think the bathroom we were staying in this time didn't have, or bathroom, so we were staying in the hotel room we were staying in this time had a bathroom that wasn't supposed to do that, but now we'll never know. But yeah, so that's that part. Let me just put this matching splash on. I'll cough again because it's alcohol splash, and then we'll turn you loose. So I'm not editing this, really. There's nothing really to edit. That was my plan, was to just leave everything in as much as possible. Is this getting low yet? You can see there. Not really. Traditionally, Sterling splashes have a big alcohol content opening. This one's not too bad. It really does work well with the scent notes. Some of them, like their barbershop and stuff I've used, like it's just like, woo, just smell alcohol off the top there. The alcohol really overpowers. This one, not so bad. All right, well, I'm gonna finish cleaning up, but we're gonna call that a shave. It's good to be back. I don't know when my next video will come out. I'm not gonna make any promises, but hopefully soon. Definitely before my wife's, I gotta film it at least before my wife has her surgery, which is in about a week. So yeah, I'll try to get this one up for the weekend. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time.